Hi everybody, welcome back to the Claremont Classic Garage. Today we're going to start a new junkyard video. Step one, we're doing core returns. I don't know. They didn't always do that, but it's something they have been doing, since whenever. Pretty much anything now metal that you buy, there's a core charge. I don't know if it's because they're actually worried about what the value of the thing is, or if it's just to make you come back, because then they don't give you cash back for it. Even if you paid cash, they give you a voucher for the yard. Anyway, whatever. It's not like I'm never going to spend it. So we've got an old engine in here, a transmission, and a whole bunch of bits and pieces. We're going to go up there now and get these turned in, get our voucher, and then go shopping in the yard, see what we can find. I'm not sure I have a ton of business in this yard today, or if there's anything really that great to look at since the last time we were in there. So this video might span a couple of trips to a couple of yards. But anyway, we'll figure that out when we get there. All right, we're in, and the first thing we come across is a rare sight in any boneyard, a Ram 2500. This is a nice one too. My favorite color, Atlantic blue. It's a sport. It's I think it's an 03. You just don't find heavy-duty Rams in the junkyard. Even the gassers, man, the diesel guys will grab them and steal parts off of them. So we're gonna have a look at this thing and see if there's anything decent. It's not really all that rusty. I mean, look at the doors are decent. I mean, you can tell by this curled up, this mess here, that it has been oil sprayed at some point in its life. It's well kept inside. Very nice. A little bit rotten, but not like they normally are. Tailgate smash. Oh, it's had a fifth wheel in it, so it's got the fifth wheel brackets. You can see them there. That's pretty cool. Cloth interior. It's got the buddy seat in the middle like ours has. How's the lid? Well, that's pretty nice. Got the manual in there in a Volkswagen case. Dodge trucks excluding diesel. Yeah, this is a nice truck. Man, I'd have loved to get this one. You just grab a southern box for it, fix the back window, and you'd be well on your way. This truck, look at the rust check on the frame. Oh, look at that. It's two-wheel drive. Wow, that's why it's in here. Nobody wanted it because it's two-wheel drive. Okay, that makes a little more sense. It's got a power seat on this side. You can see here the foam is just starting to go on the seat, but it's not really all that bad. Polypropylene steering wheel, which isn't that bad a deal because they don't go funny like the leather ones do. This is actually a really nice wheel. Even the tailgate's nice. Somebody will grab that for sure. You stick one of those, the top's a little banged up, but you mash this down and stick one of those plastic tailgate spoilers on it like we got on ours, and it'll be fine. Wow. Even though it's two-wheel drive, it still would have been a nice truck for bombing around. Look, it's got nice tires on it. And they post the VINs of their inventory online, so I was able to get on there and read the build sheet for this truck, and it's got 373 gear. It's got an anti-spin rear end in it. It's just a nice truck. I guess somebody got it for pulling their RV around, and it looks like it's been relatively looked after. Yeah, nice truck. Not really anything I can get off of it, but nice truck. The old Ford's still here. Glad to see somebody other than me finally got some bits off of it. The front bumper has disappeared. Not much else is gone from it though. You can see we've got new wheels on the old A-frame again. Hope these ones last a little longer than the last ones they've been putting on it. Wow, look at all these GMC vans. It looks like some company got some new stuff for their fleet and scrapped a whole bunch. We'll have a look inside them. Always look inside the work vans. #1 rule in the junkyard. You never know what you'll find in them. Here's some more fleet trucks. Looks like they've all come from the same place. They got these nice aluminum toolboxes in them. They've got, this one's got a nice back rack on it with brackets and lights and stuff. They got LED lights under the bumpers. Oh, these were railroad trucks. Look, it's got high rail. You can tell by these funny wheels. This was set up for high rail. Pretty cool. They got these industrial running boards on them. You can pull these things off and make yourself a hell of a set of ramps for your trailer. These things are great. Oh, there you go. CN. These were CN trucks. They leave all their equipment in. There's a laptop bracket. Down here you've got this little switch box for all the, I guess, for all the lights and stuff. You've got more stuff down there. This is really cool, man. We used to have trucks like this at work when I was working, because we had trucks with high rails. Oh, look at this excellent screwdriver. It's plastic. It's a toy. Yeah, these are cool. This one's a Chevy. Let's check out Ford beside it. Yeah, another CN truck, and I'm sure this one is too. These are both Fords. This one's extended cab, and this one's a crew cab. Wow, they got all kinds of stuff inside them here. And you always got to look, because you never know what you'll find. See what's in the back here. Bunch of junk. Looks like somebody got the box off of this one already. Let's look inside this guy here, see what we got. Oh man, it's a long way up. Yeah, lots of guys earn their living in these trucks on the rails. Is gas or diesel? It looks like a diesel, judging by the size of the radiator. Yeah, hard to say. Here's a PT Cruiser. I don't think this was here before. It's got the newer style interior. I guess that had a 6-liter. Here's an old school work truck. Ford 250. Regular cab. 8-foot box. Well, it's got the upfitter switches on the dash. Yeah, this baby was built to work. Lots of spring in her too, eh? Look at the springs. Got a blue plow light on the roof, so I guess it was pushing snow or hauling a salter or something. 2 more work vans. Let's check these guys out. Holy Toledo, look, we got us here a torpedo or something. Yeah. Wow, you never know what you'll find in here. Looks like somebody needed a patch panel. Okay, so here we are back at the old Blinkin' Lincoln. I brought the tools I need today, the larger wrenches and stuff. We're going to attempt to get the steering knuckles or spindles or whatever you want to call it off of this thing. And I'm going to go completely over the engine compartment here and make sure there's no, neat little bits that we can use. Well, there, we got one off. Now we'll go see how we make out on the other side. So here's how we're doing this. Luckily, the control arm, the lower control arm, you can see is up off the ground. So the spring is going to help us bust these joints apart when we get to that point. So what you want to do is just undo the nuts until they're just at the end and they seem like they'll easily come off. Don't worry if you can't get the cotter pins out. Once you start turning the nut, it'll just shear them off, and you don't worry about it because we're not taking the ball joints anyway. So we're almost there, and then I'll show you our next step. Now that we've got our nuts almost off, but they're you can turn them. Well, I can't turn them by hand, but you can turn them with a wrench easily. We're going to get in there with the pickle fork and start whaling on it. We're going to bust the bottom one first, and then we'll use the smaller pickle fork and bust the top one. Then it's just a matter of zip the nuts off the rest of the way, and we got us a spindle. There we go. Top and bottom are busted free, so we just get them nuts off, and we got us a spindle. And there we go. Got it. Well, I couldn't really see too much more I need off this thing, so I guess we can leave it to the press for now. Here's another thing I want to grab. Unfortunately, I can't get this one off. It's just too rotten. This is a Panther platform Ford. It's a Mercury Grand Marquis, and I would like to get the rear sway bar off one of these because I'm pretty sure I would be able to adapt that to my Galaxy, because I've got a big front bar. I've got a big front bar to put on, so the natural partner for that would be some kind of a rear bar. Anyway, like I said, can't get this one off, but we'll get one sooner or later. It's been quite a season for the great big old Fords getting dumped in these U-pulls. This here we've got, it's a 1978 LTD Landau. Now, it's not the downsized LTD like an LTD2. It's still a big full-size car. Trying to figure out what the heck it's got under the hood here. By look of the valve covers, it's a 351M. Yeah, as you can see there on the decal, it's a 351M or a 400. So not much we can use from that. But we could still have a look. Let's see if it's got a 9-inch in it. See if we can find out. You never know, man. Maybe the thing's got a track lock in it, right? We're still looking for one of those. It's got, oh, the groovy green interior. Look at that, eh? You don't see stuff like that anymore. Oh, it don't smell too good, I'll tell you that. And look at that, these Ford cheapskates. The thing has a WER in it, or an 8.8 if you'd like to call it that. Unbelievable. I am in shock. They couldn't even be bothered to put a 9-inch in this thing. It's got a freaking, not quite a big block, but a big block-ish engine in it. And they put a bloody 8.8 in it. Wow. I would have liked to grab the gas tank out of this car, except you can see there, the car is sitting on the gas tank. Brilliant. This one, I can tell it's been done. It's been to the gas tank place and redone. That's a really nice tank, but you know, not much you can do about it. This car is actually pretty rust free. It looks like it may have been treated or sprayed or something at one time. The frame is really nice in it. Unlike the frames in some of the older ones that we deal with, this has got a pretty nice frame. The back end of it is completely different than my old Galaxies, but the front is very similar. To me, the parts all look the same. Although I think this has got the 5-inch bolt pattern. Although I'm not sure. I haven't got a tape measure with me, or I would confirm that. And here's an awesome oldie. Look at this. A Dodge. Is it a Dodge? A Dodge, I think, 600, or a Chrysler LeBaron convertible. Let's see what it says on the back. Oh, Chrysler LeBaron. There you go. Looks to be about an 86. Yeah, 86. Oh, this could have a tall 2.5 in it. Oh, rodent house. Hard to say. If that's a tall 2.5, man, that is a really good engine to get your hands on. It's got, there's just a way you use old 2.2 parts, and you can boot this thing up to about 10.5 to 1 compression. That's what we used to run in our old stock car. A tall 2.5 with 2.2 pistons in it. Man, it's full of oldies in here today. Look at this old Cutlass. Big boombox in the back. Wow. Oh yeah. Man, there used to be millions of these things around. Look at that. The dash is all still nice in it. Headliner's falling down, pretty normal. What's under the hood here? Little Buick V6. Par for the course in these cars. This LeBaron smells pretty much how you would expect an old convertible to smell when it's been sitting outside for years, but lots of good parts on here. The top is still good even. Wow, look at this, a Chrysler 5th Avenue. Silver. Man, there used to be lots of these things around too. 318, what year is this thing? 87. That is probably an 87. That is probably a roller motor. These roller 318s are real. Oh, look at that. The disc brakes are still on it. Somebody's been at the dash in it. Looks like they were gutting it out for something. Maybe to make a derby car out of it. We derbied lots of these things. They were pretty good. And these things all have nice 15x7 wheels. These go great. This is what I have on my Galaxy. I put these because the Ford wheels were only 5 inches wide. They were crap. How many of them are still there? 1, 2, 3. Where's the fourth one? One's gone. That's funny. But yeah, those 15x7s, they're getting harder to find. And here, what is this? A Ford Fairmont or a Mercury Zephyr? I think we have had a little structural issue at the back of it here. Holy moly. Yeah. What's in the... Oh, we got furnace parts, tractor parts. Well, I'm going to rummage through here. There might be some good stuff in here. This here is a little 200 straight 6. It was pretty much a standard engine in these. I think you could get, it probably came standard with a 4-cylinder, the 2.3 4-cylinder, but lots and lots and lots of them had this 200 straight 6. My dad had a wagon that had this engine in it. Good little engine, nothing wrong with it. Not too bad on gas, and just enough power to move this little car around. Some of them had V8s too, and there were some of them that had 5.0, like HO 5.0s in them. I know a guy that has a nice one. This is pretty cool too, a Cavalier RS convertible. Used to be millions of these around. Look, 3.1 V6. I can't get the door open. Automatic, gray cloth. Nice little car. These things were okay to bomb around in. They sure sold a pile of them. Trunk won't open. Oh, there it goes. The hinges are stuck. Yeah, it's got the old convertible rot. They always leak around the back window and that, and the water goes flooding in and just destroys them, you know. Like this one. Oh, I did get the door open. There you go. Yeah, not bad. Neat little car in its day. Like, look at this. These are the original brake lines in this LTD. That is unbelievable. I've never seen anything like that. Wow. The Derby guys would have gone crazy to get their hands on a car like this. This thing is rock solid, man. Rock solid. I cannot believe somebody sent this car to the scrapyard. Shocking. This gas tank still really ticks me off, man. Why do they do stuff like that? Like, oh, piss me off. I would have that tank out in seconds, but the car's sitting on it. And even though you're not supposed to have jacks in these places, I found one, and I had it right under the middle of the back bumper, and I was starting to get some weight on it, but I am so afraid that the car's going to go, once it gets up, this way or that way. It's just too dangerous, right? So we're going to have to regroup and think of another way. But in the meantime, I just happened to look in the trunk of this old wreck here. I think it's a Mercury Sable or something. And here's this beautiful ball peen hammer laying in the middle of the trunk. Sorry, trip wasn't a total loss. We're here in the golden oldies section at the local boneyard. And there has been some new stuff dropped in here since the last time I was here. We've got a couple of Lincoln Town cars, 80s Lincoln Town cars. They've both got 5-liter HO motors in them. That's pretty cool. And you can see the demo derby guys have been here and got the front bumpers off of all of them. Got one of these weird looking slant back Caddy Sevilles. I could never figure these things out. Kind of a weird car. And we've got us a Chrysler LeBaron with a turbo. That'll be a 2.2 Turbo 1 with the log intake. Here we got a 68 Lincoln Continental. I checked already, the rear end's still in it. It's got a 9-inch in it, but I checked the code on the door and it's a 3. That means a 1-wheel peeler. And this would have had a 460 in it, so it will also be a 9 3/8. So, you know, limited gear ratio availability on those. So not too good for us. Man, what a big car, eh? Wow. Wonder if we can get in the trunk. These are pretty quirky cars. You can see here, it's a unitized construction. It's not body on frame like other big Fords of the era. The hood opened backwards. You can see there it's got a flip forward hood. And there's no provisions for bolt-on motor mount brackets because Big Block was the only game in town. This thing had a 460 in it, and that was that. It's also got, you can see here, disc brakes on the front with big twin piston, no, my mistake, it looks like 4 piston calipers. 4? Yeah, you can see the seals for the back piston. So they're 4 piston calipers. That's pretty cool. Good luck finding parts for that, man. Cruise control. Pretty neat car. It's got the suicide doors too, eh? And they made convertibles like this. See? Pretty cool. You could get a suicide door convertible. That's a big car, man. Some high roller owned this baby. And how about this? A Monte Carlo SS. These are pretty collectible cars, you know. A lot of people looking for them. Well, here's one in the boneyard. Interior, mostly still in it. Every Monte SS has to have one of those in it. Pretty cool 79 Zephyr Coupe. Factory sunroof. Wow. Don't see these around. Looks like somebody was working on it, eh? They got the engine compartment all bead blasted and fixed up. You can see there they've been doing some welding on it. The front ends of these Fox cars were pretty bad, pretty notorious for for rust, the towers and these front frame rails here. But this is a pretty decent looking car, man. You could make yourself a nice Bob Glidden tribute car out of that. Wow. It's unbelievable the stuff that gets dragged in here. Look at this Lincoln. Look at the wire wheels on it. Nice old Jag, and you'll notice it's got 2 doors, not 4. Wow. Z28. A 2-door Delta 88. You don't see those. Like, you just do not see those. Wow. How about this? 76 Cutlass. Got the Oldsmobile rally wheels on it. It's probably got a 350 Olds motor in it. Oh, look at that. Buckets and console in a 4-door. This is a pretty gussied up car, man. Got air conditioning, AM, FM stereo. Wow. Power windows, see that? Oh, it's a Cutlass Salon. Not too rusty. There's a little bit in it, but, you know, not bad. Oh, and then there's a, it's not a P71, Crown Victoria LX. What the heck is that? See, it doesn't have the police interceptor badge on the back of it. No, it's got nice wheels on it. This is just a car. $3,000. Man. You could put 1 billion miles on that baby. That'll wrap it up for this one. This is a neat place. There's not too many boneyards around that actually keep older cars in. To them, it's all about late model cars are what people are coming to get parts for, and they don't want their yard getting taken up with old cars. But this place, they've got one little corner back there, you know, where I show you where they put they call them the golden oldies. And you know what? If you could see the amount of parts that's missing from them cars, there is a market for it. And I'm thankful to them for doing that. Now, they've got a Facebook page, and they post on there when they get something interesting in. They've actually sold cars. If they get something interesting in that's old, and they've got the keys and the ownership for it, and it's decent enough, they'll sell it, you know. So they got, I guess last week sometime they posted, look what we got. It'll be in the U-Pick yard soon. Well, it was a 72 Charger SE with a big block in it. And, well, as soon as they posted that, these Mopar guys, I'm one of them. The Mopar guys just went crazy. No, I'll buy the whole car, blah, 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 blah. Well, I kind of think they must have sold it, because I walked around that whole place. The car's not in the yard. It's not in their pound. So I guess they sold it. Anyway, it was just a parts car, right? It was totally rotted, but all the parts from it will be at the next swap meet you go to. Anyway, I'm going to head home now. It's a beautiful day. It's the end of October. I don't know when you'll be seeing this, but it's the end of October right now, and it's a beautiful, spectacular day, so I want to get home and do some work. Anyway, I'd like to thank you for tuning in. Hope you'll come back and see us again, and until then, I'm Kevin saying so long from the Claremont Classic Garage.